Hey, man, check it out, man. Look, today I'm reacting to Houdini, The Curse of Canada, man. Look, bro, I think I did a video on this shit, you know what I'm saying? I did one on these motherfuckers, so you should check that motherfucker out. So, I might have a little card up there showing the video that I did on the Houdini situation in the Curse of Toronto. But anyway, man, I ain't gonna waste no more time. All I want y'all niggas to do is subscribe to the channel, leave a like, you know what I'm saying? Leave a comment chain of saying I subscribe. No matter if you're an old subscriber, new subscriber, no matter, bro. Just leave a I subscribe chain on the comments, bro. Everybody, and I'll respond to everybody on the in the comments, bro. Personally, let's go.
Even though Canada doesn't have the same reputation for violence as the US, it still has its fair share of dangerous hoods and deadly rap beef. Houdini, one of the most promising rising rappers from the 6, was tragically gunned down in Toronto's entertainment district in May 2020 due to a violent gang feud with another hood in the city. Let's take a closer look at the story of Houdini and the Curse of Canada. Houdini was a rapper
What's Houdini's hottest song? So I can react. I gotta react to some Houdini, bro. Let me know what this nigga, like the song that's just gonna get me. Yeah, that's just gonna get me. Let me know what Houdini hottest song, but y'all know I like turning up on these motherfuckers.
In Toronto, best known for tracks like Late Nights and Backseat. At the time of his death, he was on his way to becoming one of the biggest stars in Canada, besides major names like Drake and The Weeknd. But tragically, just as he was starting to blow up on the international level, he would be gunned down at just 21 years old while out shopping. Houdini grew up in the Jane Driftwood neighborhood near the block of Jane and Fitch, one of the most dangerous areas in Toronto. He started rapping under the name Da Houdini in 2016, but then shortened it to just Houdini in 2018. He was known to collaborate with fellow Toronto rappers Pressa, Robin Banks, and Northside Benji. Together, he and Robin Banks founded Up Top Movement Inc. and independent.
What's up with that chain right there? What's up with that? Why y'all niggas love that? You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of niggas rocking that shit. You know what I'm saying? What's up with that chain, though? Y'all niggas love that for some reason.
A record label showcasing up-and-coming artists in the city. He dropped the single Late Nights featuring fellow Up Top Movement artist Burner Bands on May 8th, 2018, which quickly racked up.
Do that mean something in Toronto? Like that chain right there, specifically, like that chain, you know what I'm saying? I just seen 3 niggas with that chain on. Like, is that represent they hood or some shit?
Millions of views within his first month of being released. He also dropped a collaborative mixtape with other artists on Uptown Movement called Northside Jane that featured popular artists like One of Mine and No Flavors, which have also racked up millions of views. He dropped his debut mixtape, Who Am I, in February 2019, which peaked at number 27 on the Canadian Independent Music Charts and was certified gold on April 7th, 2020. Later that month, he recorded an acoustic version of one of his most popular tracks, Myself, with ukulele player and producer Einer Banks, which helped expose him to audiences in the US. He dropped his second mixtape, Who Would Have Thought, on August 2nd, 2019, which featured the singles Freak, Kenzo, Belmont Boys, and Ain't No Cap. So, Houdini was well on his way to becoming a major star and was one of the top streaming artists in all of Canada. In March 2020, he would drop a 5-song EP called Underground, which featured the singles Big Time and Fantastic. But unfortunately, that EP would be the last project Houdini would release while he was still alive. On May 26, 2020, the rapper was shot and killed while out shopping in downtown Toronto.
The 21-year-old musician, also known as Houdini, was shot and killed at King and Blue Jays Way Tuesday afternoon.
Houdini was walking down the street with 2 friends and a 15-year-old boy when a blue Volkswagen Tiguan pulled a U-turn as they were crossing the street. Surveillance footage later revealed that the car had been parked on the east side of Blue Jays Way, waiting for Houdini to walk by. As Houdini and his group walked closer, the car moved towards him, and a lone shooter hopped out of the car and started letting off shots. His 2 associates started firing back, using a handgun with a high-capacity magazine, while the 15-year-old who was with them ducked into a nearby building. Houdini was killed in the shooting, and the 15-year-old also sustained injuries. A 27-year-old woman who just happened to be...
Ain't nobody on Houdini's side shoot back? Like, goddamn. Wait, a lot of times, did they shoot back? And when the video I had watched, did they mention that this nigga, did any of the niggas shoot back at, like, I know them niggas keep the gun, the tool on them. Come on, bro. Y'all some street niggas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas know what y'all get yourselves into. Y'all know what I'm saying? They live that type of lifestyle, so they gotta know to keep the strap on him. But, like, they got ambush. One nigga? It was 3 of them? Wait. That shit sound fishy as fuck, though. But I understand that they was going for Houdini, but, like, why them other niggas ain't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know Houdini the biggest nigga, but why the other niggas ain't die? Or did they die? Or am I just assuming too quick?
Standing in the doorway of her condo was also hit, but non-fatally injured. Police believe that the vehicle was parked for about almost 40 minutes before the attack, while the shooter waited for Houdini to walk by. Even though Houdini didn't have much of a criminal record and seemed to be more focused on his music career than on the beef, he still grew up in a rough part of Toronto and was caught up in the street life. Houdini was from the Jane and Finch neighborhood, also known as Driftwood. Many popular rappers, including Houdini, are from the Driftwood neighborhood, and so they have a lot of influence in the city. But they also have ties to a notorious Crip set that has beef with a bunch of other hoods. When the drill wave came to Toronto, these beefs got even more serious as rappers from each hood would diss each other in their music, which only led to more violence and killings. One particularly wild incident involved another popular rapper from Driftwood who goes by the name Pressa. According to police reports, 2 teens who tried to crash a party being hosted by a rival gang were kidnapped, beaten up, forced to play Russian roulette, and sexually assaulted over the course of 2 days.
Whoa. Beaten up, sexual assaulted. Yo, what the fuck? Sexual assaulted? What the fuck y'all niggas doing? Playing with y'all whistling in they booty hole? Nigga, what the fuck? Y'all, whoa, now y'all sexual assaulting niggas? Y'all playing with they booty, tickling they balls and shit? That's tough, my boy. Y'all niggas whistling in niggas booty holes and playing with the balls, man. Tough.
The 2 victims were members of the Queens Drag Crips and allegedly tried to crash a party being held by their ops, the Young Buck Killers, at an Airbnb.
Damn.
There was a tense standoff and then a shootout where one person sustained minor injuries. The following day, 2 17-year-old members of the Crip gang were kidnapped by members of the Young Buck Killers and tortured for the next 48 hours. They were tied to a chair and beaten and forced to play Russian roulette with a loaded handgun. What's even
People with ADHD save 10 hours studying with this Chrome extension. But no, by all means.
Even crazier is that they were allegedly forced to perform sexual acts on each other against their will, and it was 2 dudes who were kidnapped. The teens were released to their parents after their parents agreed to pay a ransom. The Young Buck Killers are from the up top section of Jane and Finch, and originally Pressa was involved in the case. But he was cleared of the charges after another rapper who goes by the name Ransky Glitchy was convicted of the kidnapping and sentenced to 6 years in prison. So, it's not hard to see why other areas in Toronto have beef with Driftwood. Not long after that, another popular rapper from Driftwood, Robin Banks, was shot 9 times at a nightclub in Woodbridge. Robin Banks was one of the founders of Up Top Movement and was known for helping other rappers in the city promote themselves and develop their careers. He and other rappers on the label started to build a major buzz in the city and even caught the attention of mainstream artists like Meek Mill. Meek played the rapper's video on his Instagram and was even discussing signing to his Dream Chasers label. To celebrate, Banks decided to throw a party at a hookah lounge called Cameo, but announcing the party gave his ops the drop and they showed up to confront him. The fight resulted in a shooting where Banks was hit 9 times. Miraculously, he survived but suffered injuries to his back, neck.
This nigga was the 50 Cent of goddamn Canada. He all 50 Cent. Y'all motherfuckers from Canada. This nigga right here is the 50 Cent of Canada. That nigga got shot bukus of time and still live.
Chest, shoulder, wrist, and spinal cord. One bullet even grazed his skull. Although he survived, he's now a paraplegic and is paralyzed from the neck down. 2 men were later arrested for the crime.
Shit, I'd rather be dead than be a paralyzed nigga. I ain't finna try to say that. I'd rather be fucking dead than be paralyzed. Cause nigga, that's life. Nigga, you ain't living life, bro. Come on, bro. You can't move at all. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Just kill me, bro. At that point, if I know I gotta be paralyzed for the rest of my life, bro, just shoot me in the back of my head and kill me and finish me off, my nigga. That's tough. Oh, I can't be no parent. You know what I'm saying? I can't do shit for myself. I can't walk. I can't do nothing, nigga. Everybody gotta clean me, feed me, all that. Hell nah, boy, kill me, man.
A 29-year-old named Nicholas Roden and a 22-year-old named Rashawn Anderson. Roden was given a 16-year sentence, and Anderson was given a life sentence.
Damn.
Robin Banks has not let the shooting stop his hustle, and he's continued to release tracks and promote other local artists in Toronto. But his ops have used his disabilities to create memes and take shots at him on social media. So, the incident only escalated the violence between Driftwood and their enemies. The following summer, Driftwood would get into beef with another hood that only make the violence worse, after another popular rapper named Smoke Dogg was killed by a dude from Driftwood.
Shots rang out on this busy block of Queen Street West just before 8 yesterday. A triple shooting that left 2 people dead, and police have just identified the 2 victims, 28-year-old Ernest Modakwe and 21-year-old Javante Smart, who we told you about earlier in the show. He was a hip-hop artist better known as Smoke Dogg.
Smoke Dogg was a rapper from the Regent Park area of Toronto who was also building a major name for himself in the city and had even started to cross over into the US. The rapper blew up in 2015 with the track Trap House, which was later remixed by French Montana and featured a viral dance move called Flippin'. Smoke Dogg had also attracted the attention of Drake, who decided to bring him on his headline tour. So, the rapper was already doing big things and seemed like he was going to become the next major rapper from Toronto to blow up on a mainstream level. But just as he was beginning to reach his potential, he was gunned down by a dude from Driftwood who went by the name 21 Neat. On the night of June 30th, Smoke Dogg and 21 Neat got into a heated argument at a club and they went outside. There, 21 Neat ended up shooting Smoke Dogg and his manager Ernest Madekwe in broad daylight outside the Cube nightclub in Toronto's entertainment district. This created an immediate beef between Regent Park and Driftwood, who were never cool with each other, but previously didn't have any major issues between them. Smoke Dogg's death was pretty gruesome, and he was by far the most famous rapper from the area at the time. So it was a major loss for Regent Park, and they decided that they had to get revenge. After Smoke Dogg's murder, 21 Neat went on the run, and it took police a long time to find him. They eventually located him in Vancouver in 2019 and had him extradited back to Toronto to face murder charges. 21 Neat and his brother 22 Neat grew up on the same block as many of the popular Driftwood rappers, including Robin Banks and Pressa. But the beef got even more complicated after it became known that 22 Neat, the brother of Smoke Dogg's killer, murdered his own friend, who they also grew up with in Driftwood, a rapper named YS. YS had just gotten out of jail and was starting to build a buzz as a rapper when he turned up dead in South Surrey, a city near Vancouver. A rumor began circulating that 22 Neat was responsible for his own friend's death after they had a falling out over money. It didn't take long for the streets to get revenge, and 22 Neat would be murdered just a few days later in Calgary. So not only was Driftwood beefing with other rival gangs, they were also dealing with internal conflicts and their own homies turning against each other. The next rapper from Driftwood to lose his life to gun violence went by the name 4400, or just Talib Twin.
Noseworthy was one of 3 men who died on Friday night. The other 2, 20-year-old Joshua Gibson Skier and 21-year-old Jalen Colley.
Originally, the Talib Twins was a group he started with his twin brother. But after the brother got locked up, he started going by just Talib Twin to benefit from the buzz they'd already built. In February 2020, Talib Twin went to a party that was being hosted at an Airbnb on Queens Wharf Road. His ops got the intel that he would be at the party and showed up looking for smoke. They ended up letting off shots, but Talib Twin was also strapped and started firing back. He managed to take out both of his attackers just before he passed away from his own injuries. But there's some confusion as to how he was actually killed. The police say that he went into a different room to take his own life after the shooting, maybe because he was afraid he'd be arrested for the murder. Others say that he tripped and accidentally shot himself. So it's hard to tell what exactly happened, but it's only intensified the war in the streets of Toronto between Driftwood and their ops. Then, in May of that year, Houdini would be gunned down in broad daylight. Because Driftwood has so many talented artists who were also caught up in the street life, it became a trend for their enemies to target the rappers. Houdini was probably the most well-known rapper from that neighborhood at the time, so he was a major target for their ops. That's why the killers were willing to sit and wait patiently for over 40 minutes for Houdini to walk in their direction. But the thing about Driftwood is that they have so many different beefs, it's hard to tell exactly who's responsible. To make matters worse, a memorial service for the rapper held 3 days after his death was also shot up. Just before 11:30 p.m., a vehicle driving down Highway 401 stopped in front of the memorial service when a man jumped out and opened fire on the crowd. Police say that at least 60 shell casings were found at the scene and 2 victims sustained injuries. Police later arrested 3 suspects, Javante Johnson.
Boy, that nigga look lost as fuck. That nigga stupid. Oh, damn. You know this nigga right here. Look, this nigga right here. You know he dangerous. Look at his ass. Look at it. You know he don't give a fuck about shit. Look at his hairline, boy. This nigga don't give a fuck about shit. That nigga kill a nigga at his mama house, boy. This nigga kill. He'll kill, not at the dude mama house. He'll kill somebody at his mama house, nigga. What the fuck? That nigga don't give a fuck about nothing. Boy, you can tell. Look at that nigga, man. That nigga look like he just don't know what the fuck going on. They done fucked his ass up. He got his eye going over here and over there. His ass don't even know. This nigga he just chilling, you know what I'm saying? This nigga right here ain't focused on none of that shit. He ain't even scared. This nigga got a little smile and smirk and shit.
Terrell Whitaker and Glenn Danchi for the shooting. It's a tragic story because Houdini was on his way to do big things. Even though he was still independent at the time of his death, he was looking into offers from major record labels and had gotten cosigns from major artists in the industry. After he passed, artists like Meek Mill and Tory Lanez mourned his death on social media. It seems like the rapper lost his life over hatred and jealousy. His ops saw him doing big things and realized that
what Boosie say, they hypnotized with hatred. That's all I gotta say. Niggas in your own city be hypnotized with hatred, my guy.
They could get some quick street cred by taking out the biggest artists from the most hated hood in the city. Unfortunately, Houdini didn't get the chance to reach his full potential as an artist and gain the kind of recognition he deserved. But it goes to show that as a rapper, once you start to get the money and fame, you have to move out of your own city. Because you never know when your old beefs or ops can come back to haunt you and end up costing you.
Anybody in Toronto, man, when y'all blow up, bro, get the fuck up out of Toronto, man. Get the hell up out of there, my nigga. I advise all y'all niggas get the hell up out of there, bro. They got a vendetta on y'all niggas, man. Y'all niggas out there in Toronto got a lot of shit going, bro.
Your life. If you thought this video was crazy, be sure to check out our channel for more. From Lil Reese, the Grim Reaper of Chicago.
Shit right here, man. But anyway, man, this shit was crazy. I did a little video on this anyway. You know what I'm saying? I already covered this story, so I kind of knew a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bit of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I'm finna wrap this motherfucker up. Like I always say, man, if you like this type of content, you like this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget the bell, man. I'm out, bro. Hold on, wait. I'm not out. I'm gonna have 2 videos up here. So if y'all want to check them out, these related to these 2 topics, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's go, man. I love y'all, boys.